Masters of duct tape, cardboard, and hot glue. Making cosplay out of everyday materials. They are the DIY Costume Squad.
Hey, what's up? I'm Dustin, and joining the squad today is Tali.
Hello.
Welcome to Costume Squad.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
You've been known to make a costume or two in your day.
At least one or two.
One or two. Maybe more like 100 or 200.
More like 150, maybe like 200 range.
You got the skills. What are you going to be making for us today?
Today, I'm going to be making Cindy Aurum from Final Fantasy 15. I really love Cindy. I think she's the cutest character. I think that her design is adorable. It has a lot of elements of real life clothes.
Realistic, grounded.
Yeah. And so the jacket, I actually want to find a leather look.
And she's got some like logos and stuff too, like
yes,
on the jacket
she
and on the
has,
hat.
which are these same logos. I'm also looking for the bikini, and then the belt, and then the boots, which are super cute. I really love them. Maybe the wrench, if we can find one.
Are you gonna make the wrench out of foam? That's the question. No. No. Well, I'm excited for this. I'm gonna leave you to it. I'll be checking in kind of throughout the day and see how it's going, but I'm excited to see what you come up with.
Cool, thank you. Okay, so I think that the first thing that I should start with is the jacket, because that's going to be the most difficult thing to do, so let's just get it out of the way. What I found was this jacket at Goodwill. I think it was about $5. All I'm going to do is shorten it, add a couple pockets up here and a couple pockets on the arms. And I'm going to use these men's khaki pants to do that, where all I have to do is cut these out and glue them on here. Only those people at Goodwill could see me now. That's gonna go kind of like that.
I'm really excited to see how this jacket comes together. That's one of those items that you just kind of have to get lucky when you're at the thrift store and hope that you find something that you can shape into the right thing. She found the perfect base for it, so I'm excited to see how it all comes together and then what it looks like when it's painted.
All right, so my pocket journey is over, and now I think that the best thing to do would be to shorten it. I could probably take this ribbing and just move it up a couple inches.
Special delivery. Here, look what we got.
Is it? Oh, we got stockings.
No, these are for me.
Oh.
No.
Oh, we got welding goggles.
Just arrived. We'll get to those in a minute.
I don't want anything pulling this off. Can you hold that there? We'll just...
Yeah, that worked.
That's totally enough. I'm gonna be able to fix cars soon. When I first started cosplaying, I would use glue on everything. Everything. And we can still stretch. Jacket is finished, so it is now time to paint it. So first of all, I'm going to coat it with a primer. We got this gray, it's about $3. So this is some yellow spray paint that I picked up. It's $6, I think. I might take a couple coats, we'll see.
So Tali's having a little bit of trouble with the color being consistent with this yellow. That happens sometimes when you're using different types of fabric. So you just gotta fight with it a little bit and try some different layers of white or gray primer until you get the even color you're going for.
Okay, so after several coats of yellow, I think that we've got a nice mechanic-y looking jacket. The next part that we need to do is put all of our little details on the jacket. So what I'm going to be using is this pink trim, which was about $1 a yard, this black leather trimming, which was $1 a yard, and this white, which was $1 a yard. And now we can move on to the little metal things that she has on the front of her coat. So just a little bit more of this. And we're gonna use this craft foam with sticky back. It's 99 cents. My little metal dealies are all done, so let's go spray paint them, and then we can attach them to the jacket. And now I'm just gonna give a little bit of detail and use some puppy paint. Next, the logo, and now we're gonna make a circle. That's not big enough.
What about like a small plate?
Yep.
Slightly bigger?
Yep. Maybe like a small snack plate.
What about this guy?
I think that's gonna work.
Just slightly bigger than the duct tape?
That's the one. Okay, time to color. So my jacket is all finished. I think it is time to try this on. Back looks good. Oh, I'm actually pretty happy with this. All right, so we're finished the jacket and it's time to move on to the hat. So I've got this white hat. It was about $2 and I'm going to spray this entire thing. I also picked up this maroon paint. It's about $6. So I have my hat, it's all nice and maroon now, and I'm going to add all the little details. This leather strapping, and then I found this cool little stud trim for $3.50 a yard. We're gonna put the logo on here, and I've got some craft foam, which I will draw on with these fancy markers. So the trick for getting perfect circles is using perfect circles. It's amazing, really. So now I'm going to use this yellow paint, which was about $1.50. Do you have paintbrushes?
We definitely have paintbrushes.
Awesome.
Gee, what do you got here? My paintbrush peddler.
Oh, there's a nice one. The $20 each. I really like the way this hat is turning out, as we saw with the yellow jacket. You never really know how the spray paint is going to interact with different types of fabric, but she got a really great even coat of that maroon spray paint, and so it's turning out really cool.
So moving on, we have boots for Cindy. These boots were $10. These need to be painted. There we go. I've got my white boots. All I have to do is cut off the top, and then I'm going to be using this belt, which was $4, this pink ribbon, which was 50 cents, these two little belts that came with these boots, but I'm actually only going to be using these little D-rings here for the detailing. I'm going to save this buckle for later, but all of this beautiful beige leather is going to go on the top of my boot. Now we can do the little pink straps. Okay, so these are my brand new cowboy mechanic boots. I think I love them, and now we're gonna get started on my belt. So I'll be using this long belt to get the little pink pieces behind it. I'm gonna be using these two little pink belts that I got for $2 each, and I'm gonna be putting them underneath to kind of mimic a wider belt. And we got our cute little Cindy belt. That looks so cute. Because I don't really like this belt buckle, we'll be using this one.
Here comes the toolbox. Okay,
Sure.
This is for a mechanic, right? So.
That looks really good.
And that's just,
Now we just have to keep it on somehow.
yeah. Old scraps of metal, I've got those.
That might actually work if you could just stick it right.
Stick it in, right across.
Right in
and then
between.
It holds it. It's only fitting that we had to use the heavy tools for the
Oh,
mechanic.
definitely.
So I'd say just lock it down
Okay.
and then cut the back.
All right.
Cool.
We
looking
did
good.
it. Almost finished. I just have a couple little details that I want to do. So our belt is pretty much finished, and now we're going to start with the bags. Some brown craft foam. My two bags are my base bags that I'm now going to decorate. And I have this cording, which I already had, but I think it's about 60 cents a yard. So what I'm gonna do is take this cording, and I'm actually gonna thread it through it so that it looks like it's sort of binded together. And you know what? I'm actually gonna put a little bit of binding around the tops. Okay, so I finished my boxes and now I'm gonna paint them. Okay, so my boxes are finished drying and now I'm gonna start decorating the sides of my box. And then I have this cute little pink strapping that goes on the sides of the bags, which was 50 cents a yard. I have my puffy paint, these 2 colorful paints, and these were $1.50 each. All right, so I think that my little bag is finished. I'm gonna attach my little baggies to my belt, and my belt is done. So later on, when I put it all on, then I'm just gonna tape it in the back. Next is something super straightforward. I'm gonna be making my shorts. Done. Not really. So I'm just gonna cut these off, and I'm going to give it a hem. And that's all it takes to make cute little cut-off jeans for Cindy. Because my belt is humorously large, I need a new belt loop, and I'm just gonna use my scrap fabric from my shorts, comically large belt loop. So now is the time that I would like to work on the gloves, but unfortunately I couldn't actually find gloves at the thrift store. But it sounds like Dustin might actually have the ones that I need.
I think I have the perfect ones. I found these in the attic. These are leather.
Well, aren't these lucky?
My dad sent these to me knowing that they would probably end up in a costume, and now they are.
Today is that day.
Maybe just a little bit of black paint over the yellow.
Definitely.
But they look right to me, so.
Looks good. Black spray paint, $3. My gloves are done, so I'm gonna use this cord, and she just has a little white design all the way around. Those are finished, and now I got my little bikini, which was $5, and I have the special pink spray paint. This is for versatile surface color, so anything that bends, you can use this on fabric, and it will actually coat your fabric.
So I've spray painted a lot of things in my day, but I have never spray painted a bikini, so I'm kind of curious to see how this works out, if it's gonna stretch in a weird way or if it'll hold up.
Those are finished, and now I have these nylon stockings that I got for about $6, and I have this leather binding that was $2 a yard. So once I put this all on, I'm just gonna tape these to the top of my stockings, and that'll create our little leather belt. Just to finish off my costume, I have these lovely welding goggles for $7, and I don't have to do anything to them. And last is the wig, which was $15 online. Also, if you have blonde hair, don't be afraid to just curl it. Maybe you just need some brushing out, but otherwise, I think that'll work really nicely. Well, I guess it's all finished, so it's time to try everything on. All right, it's finished. Time to go show Dustin.
Okay, I'm so excited to see the finished costume. Where is Cindy?
Howdy, y'all.
Oh, she's Southern. I had no idea. This looks amazing.
Isn't that good?
I love it.
It really came together.
I feel very short next to you now too. Amazing white boots.
We got
pink details. It's very sexy, but it's
Yep.
very like,
But I feel like I
heavy
could fix
duty.
a car in it.
Yeah, I mean, you got the gloves, you got
Yeah.
the jacket. I would like to point out the functionality of the pockets. I couldn't help but notice you've got your phone in there. Excellent for walking around the convention floor.
I'll never carry a purse again.
I feel like something is missing though from this costume.
Is it this?
There we go. That was it.
The finishing touches.
This is the real deal here.
This is the real deal.
Yeah, this is heavy duty. We found this at the store for $15, but
15 bucks.
you could make one out of some cardboard or some craft foam.
You totally could.
Spray painted silver.
Yeah.
So how much did the rest of this costume cost you?
So all of it ended up being about $70.
Not bad.
And then we have the wig, which was an extra 15. and I love it. I think this is a really cute wig on me.
It's super cute, especially with that hat.
Yeah.
DIY.
Turned out awesome. I love this costume.
All right, well, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for joining us. Excellent work. Be sure and let us know in the comments what other kind of costumes you want to see us try and make DIY style, and be sure and subscribe, and we'll see you guys later on DIY Costume Squad. I actually am having some trouble with my card. You mind just helping me out real quick?
Yeah, all right, let's go.